Hey Keith, so this week did you see anything that rang end time bells to you, like that we need to?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
There was news in the Middle East, and I encourage people, don't just try to watch your news here in America. American news is pagan. American news does not want you to know what's going on in regard to God's prophecy or God's plan. So get news sources that are outside of America. Some of the Israeli news sources are good. There are news sources in Italy, in Great Britain. BBC has reporters that actually know what they're supposed to be doing. A little over a week ago, there was an announcement. They had an annual meeting of the Shanghai Cooperative. And you're thinking, what does that have to do with me? And the Bible tells us that it will be a player during end times. It's the Shanghai Cooperative Association. It's an alliance of Asian countries along with Russia who have bonded together, and they're working as a team. They're working together financially, they're working together militarily, they're working together politically, and they are pushing back against the Western nations, which include Japan, the United States, Great Britain, and they're trying to develop their own influence on their part of the world. And you're thinking, well, that doesn't have anything to do with us over here. Well, the Bible tells us that when the nations come together to try to destroy Jerusalem, the kings from the east will come and they will march across the Euphrates River and they will gather against Jerusalem supernaturally. The Bible tells us that Satan will have demons working within that military group, all those nations, and they will be demonically gathered together against Israel. And it's what people in the church call the Battle of Armageddon. And the Bible talks about those kings of the east. It talks about a nation that comes together, or an alliance that comes together. And it's comprised of 10 nations and 7 kingdoms, 7 kings, and they are trying to stamp out Israel. At the time that this happens, they will be coming against the Antichrist. The Antichrist will be in Jerusalem. His kingdom will have been shaken, and these nations will come together, and their goal would be to destroy Jerusalem and to remove all of the Hebrew people from Israel. They want to banish them completely and take over Jerusalem and make it a holy city for the Muslims. And so that's something you should be watching for, because Iran became the 9th country admitted into that group. And there are other countries that are part of that alliance that are not members yet. But once that gets to 10, it will meet the criteria of what we see in the book of Revelation as far as the end time nations that come against Jerusalem to try to destroy it. God says that Jerusalem and the Israelites living there will be saved. They will be delivered. They won't be redeemed. They won't become Christians. They will be delivered from the persecution and the attacks that come from them. From all sides. Turkey may be one of those 10 nations, or Turkey may come earlier as part of what we see in Ezekiel 38. It's called the Gog of Magog War. Turkey may be involved with Jordan and these other countries before then, but these are pieces to the puzzle that are happening. We watched a video today about the Euphrates River drying up, and that is exactly what the Bible says is going to happen. God will dry that major river up so that they can drive their trucks and their equipment across that river on their way to Jerusalem from the east.